tradeswoman who has trained 500 women in the trades to get union jobs. And Lela has been a plumber for 5 years. And please welcome a real green jobs practitioner in the house, Lela Brown. Okay, this is a collective endeavor.
I do have a really loud voice, so
that's it.
Probably be alright.
Don't mess with plumbers again.
My name's Lela. Oh, please turn the lights back up. Yep, absolutely.
I just want to see you.
I've been a plumber for over 5 years. I was trained through Oregon Tradeswomen. I was the first, basically the pilot of a pre-apprenticeship program that they have that's now heavily green-based, training women, a very diverse group of women, to get into non-traditional trades and construction jobs. So these are the people who are organizing us. And we go through the pre-apprenticeship program. A lot of us get jobs in our trade of choice. Mine was plumbing. And they don't lose touch with us. They say, hey, there's this, diversity bill in the city council or something, we're a strong, organized group of women. We all know that the health of a society can be really gauged by how the women are doing, right?
Yeah.
And so this is one of the most amazing efforts that I've been involved with, just really inspiring everything that my activism as a young person, I feel like has really led me to. So this seems like looking back at my past to me, looking at y'all. And I'm 26, so it feels like a really long time ago. I got out of college needing something to do with myself, and I chose trades because I wanted to have a skill, and I wanted to take some time to develop some power for myself. I was basically homeless when I was 20, and then at 21, after a year in the trade, I bought my first house. It was an example of really learning to be around people that weren't like me, and not just educating people, because I did that just by walking on the job site as a woman, but also really learning to listen to the guys that I was working with, It's really important. And as a person, as a builder, I feel like I really bridge two worlds of, this world, and also I'm a tradesperson. And it's, I really want to encourage people to, if you see somebody as an adversary, just let that go. And we're all really in it together, Woo. Yeah. Oregon Tradeswomen was founded, I believe, 20 years ago, hoping to combat the term is occupational segregation, which means certain people get certain jobs. So to use myself as an example, I was a daycare teacher making minimum wage, less than full time, and I wanted to be a plumber. And people thought that was weird because, ew, how gross, plumbing, ew, But I was a daycare teacher, I was changing diapers, A nurse is a traditional job for a woman, and that's a very physical career, Why is it so strange for me to want to do something that, I got some muscles now, and I challenged that idea of occupational segregation has come up even with my own parents, So it's been a really interesting ride. But they have served over 500 women since my first class in 2004, which, if you think about that, that's just in the Portland area. And so from now on, they just got a grant to double what they do. And that's Obama Green Job Stimulus money. This year, and what that means is 140 women are going to be trained. This is a very diverse group of women some of them coming out of prison, some of them living in poverty, some of them college kids, you know, or who were college kids and couldn't get a job with their whatever degree. A trade is a really good way to be self-sufficient, I'll tell you, and a really good way to fuel whatever else you want to do. You work 8 hours a day. You know, your life is partitioned out. You're respected as a worker. And they don't ever forget that because they need the skills that I have as a plumber. They treat me really well, I'll tell you. Yeah. Right now, Oregon Tradeswomen is really working to help further this idea that there are new jobs available, especially in the city of Portland with retrofitting homes, like Allie was talking about, that we consider those to be brand new jobs, maybe hundreds in the Portland area, maybe thousands. And if you think about that nationwide, that's easily tens of thousands of brand new jobs that didn't exist before. So the other idea that we're really working hard for, like I talked about, my personal and activist life and my career, is putting aside the idea that it's the bottom line versus the environment. But how we need to get there is through innovation, and that's where hopefully a lot of y'all can come in and help us with, we need new technology. The technology has not kept up with my trade. So also the healthcare issue is really big for us, and it would help us not worry as much about, like LNG, that's my union. My union was pushing very hard for LNG. But we're sweating right now. Our pensions are, you know, because of the low economy, we need help. Like, we work really super hard, and if those healthcare bills came out, it would really mean a lot to us. So, as a green collar worker, I've mostly worked on lead jobs, but as a tradesperson, it hasn't really been that different. The skills are the same. And not all the jobs are like that, but for me, I worked on, the last job I was on was the Portland State Gym in Portland, and there was $6 million worth of plumbing on that job, including a 70,000-gallon rainwater cistern, which took up almost a full quarter city block. Nice. And that's a whole other piping system that I got to install with my guys. And another aspect that was really super cool was a geothermal heating and cooling system in that building. So, just for me, the bottom line of all of this, and I think Allie touched on it a little, is it's not about petty political stuff. You know, that stuff can really get in the way. And I know the people that really work for green technology and plumbing are often sort of like, they feel like they're not listened to because of who they are. They're union guys, you know, they're just like these blue-collar guys. And they really do care, a lot of them, not all of them. But it's really about the survival of our species that we're talking about here. Yeah. Or at least the survival of life on Earth. You know, that's the bottom line. And I think about that in my priorities as a tradesperson all the time. I'm steering my trade to help the human race keep going. And that's the roots of plumbing going back all the way to ancient Egypt. So, you know, it's really interesting, and if anyone's interested in trades jobs, you can come talk to me later.